The points P23, 14, Q 15, minus 30, and R minus 7, minus 26 lie on the circle C as shown in figure. Show that the angle PQR is equal to 90 degrees. So here we need to prove that this angle PQR is 90 degrees. So this angle we need to prove that this is 90 degree. Now in order to prove that this angle to be 90 degree, the easiest method is find the gradient of PQ, find the gradient of RQ. If they both multiply to give you -1, which means that they are perpendicular lines, the angle formed will be 90 degrees. Let's find out the gradient of PQ. So we know gradient of PQ y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2, that is minus 30, minus y1, that is 14, divided by x2, which is 15, minus x1, that is 23. This will give us minus 30 minus 14 is minus 44, divided by 15 minus 23, that is minus 8. Minus and minus gets cancelled. 44 and 8 is coming in 4 times table. 44 divided by 4 is 11. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So we got the gradient for PQ. Now let's find out the gradient for RQ. Now for RQ, y2 is minus 30 minus y1, that is minus 26, divided by x2 15 minus y1, that is minus 7. Minus 30 minus minus, that is plus 26. So minus 30 plus 26 is minus 4 over 15 plus 7. Minus minus is plus, so 15 plus 7 is 22. This can be further simplified as minus 2 over 11. When these two gradients, when we multiply them, if we are getting -1, then the lines are perpendicular. So 11 by 2 into minus 2 by 11, which is minus 22 divided by 22, which is -1, satisfies the condition. Therefore, the angle formed here, the lines are perpendicular. Therefore, the angle formed here will be 90 degrees. Now, hence or otherwise, find the center of C. Now, if the angle, we can just go back to the circle theorems that we have studied in year 11. The angle formed, if it is 90 degrees, then the line PR should be the diameter. We know that the angle formed by the diameter on the circumference will always be 90 degrees. So this is the diameter here. If this is the diameter, then the center will be the midpoint of PR. So let's find out the center here. So center will be midpoint. Center will take it as C here. So C. Midpoint, we know the formula x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So minus 7 plus 23 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. That is minus 26 plus 14 divided by 2. So the center C will be 23 minus 7, that is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Minus 26 plus 14, that is minus 12. Minus 12 divided by 2 is minus 6. So we got the center C as 8, minus 6. And we know we need to find out the radius as well. So if we know the center, then radius means what? The distance between C and P or C and R, that will be the radius. So let's find out the radius here. Radius, we know to find the distance between 2 points, we use the formula for distance, that is x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So this will be root of, let's take 23 as x2. x2 minus x1, that is 8. 23 minus 8 is 15 square plus y2 minus y1, that is 14 minus minus 6. 14 minus minus 6 will be 20. 20 square. This is square root of 225 plus 400, which is square root of 625, and that is 25. So we got the radius as 25 and we got the center as 8 comma minus 6. So this was the A part and this was the B part here. Now moving on to the C part. Given that the point S lies on C, we have a point that lies on this circle such that the distance QS is the greatest. In a circle, if the distance is the greatest, that means it should be the diameter. It should be a diameter. So from Q, if the distance is greatest means it should pass through the center, and approximately this will be the point S here. So S we need to find out. Let's take X as x1 comma y1. First of all, let's find out the coordinates for S. We have Q, we have the midpoint, and we need to find out S. So in that case, I'm going to use the midpoint formula again. X is equals to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Here the midpoint is given as 8. 8 is equal to x1 we don't know, plus x2 is 15 divided by 2. When you cross multiply this, 16 is equals to x1 plus 15. Plus 15 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 15. So x1 will be 16 minus 15, 1. So now we got the value for the x coordinate for the point S. Now let's find out the y coordinate. So for that, again, we use the midpoint formula. Y is equals to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now y here is minus 6. y1 is what we need to find out, plus y2 is minus 30 divided by 2. Cross multiply, this will give you minus 6 into 2 is minus 12 is equal to y1 plus minus is minus 30. Minus 30 goes to the other side. Minus 12 plus 30 is equals to y1. y1 will be 18. So we got the x1 and y1, that is 1 comma 18. Now we can just replace x1 y1 with 1 comma 18. The question is that given that the point S lies on C such that the distance QS is greatest, find an equation of the tangent to the circle at S, giving your answer in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c are integers to be found. So there is a tangent which passes through S. We need to find the equation of this particular line. Now, to find the equation of a line, we need a point on the line, which is already present, that is 1 comma 18. And we need the gradient. So to find the gradient, what we will do is, we find the gradient of this radius, and then since these two lines are perpendicular, the radius and the tangent will always be perpendicular. The angle formed over there will be 90 degrees. So what we are going to do is, to get the gradient, we will find the gradient of the radius and then we will take the negative reciprocal. So let's find out the radius for the gradient for the radius. So for the radius, that is y2 minus y1. So let's take 18 as y2 minus y1 is minus 6 divided by x2 minus x1, that is 1 minus 8. This will give us 24 over negative 7. So the gradient perpendicular to that, perpendicular to the radius, the gradient that is perpendicular to the radius will be negative reciprocal. Just change the sign. Negative 24 over 7 will become positive 7 over 24. If we have the gradient and the point on the line, we can use equation of a line y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. Y minus y1 is 18 is equals to m is 7 over 24 into x minus x1 is 1. When you cross multiply this, you will get 24 into y minus 18 is equals to 7 into x minus 1. So 24y minus 24 into 18 will give us 432 is equals to 7x minus 7. Since we need in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, bring all the terms to the right hand side. So 7x. 24y goes to the other side, it becomes minus 24y. Minus 32 goes to the other side, it becomes positive 432 minus 7 is equal to 0. So 7x minus 24y. 432 minus 7 is 425 plus 425 is equal to 0. Therefore, A will be 7, B will be minus 24, and C is 425. That will be the final answer. Hope you have understood this. Thank you for watching.